Hello and welcome back to the show. I'm Tom Christiano. Well, tonight I'm very excited because we have my favorite shows, which are our animal companion shows. This is our third one, and I think we have a great assortment of wonderful animals and human beings on the show today. We have 5 human beings and 5 animals, right? So each one has an animal companion on the show today. So Beth, thank you for being on the show today.
Absolutely, thank you for having us.
Right, this is the first time on the show, but I've known you for quite a while.
Yep.
Later on, we'll talk about the Chelmsford Dog Association.
Sure.
Yeah, and the Chelmsford Dog Park that's going to be opening up soon.
Yep.
And Ernie, I met Ernie. How old is Ernie now?
Ernie is 7.5.
7.5. Oh.
Yeah. I think we met you at one of the volunteer fairs.
I remember
at
it
the
over
senior
at the
center.
senior center, and he
Yeah.
was so friendly.
Yeah.
For some reason, I even remembered his name then. I don't know if I'll hopefully remember it during the show, but somehow I remember he was so friendly. And just when I walked in today, he was licking me and so friendly.
Yeah.
He's such a nice. You love labs, right?
I have another
He's a yellow
lab.
lab, right?
Yep, I have another lab at home, Melvin, and we're definitely a lab family.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Well, we'll talk all about it during the show.
Great.
Thank you, Beth. And thank you, Ernie. And for the first time in the show, we have Suzanne Trahan. How are you, Suzanne?
Well, thank you. How are you doing?
Good, thanks. And Suzanne, you live in Billerica, right?
I
Which
live
is
in
nice.
Billerica.
But we're friends on Facebook. You saw my post about other animal shows, and I think Suzanne wrote to me and said, Tom, why don't you have a rabbit on the show?
Yes.
So tonight, we're going to do it, right?
And I'm with the House Rabbit Network.
The House Rabbit
Right.
Network, and you're with
Which is-
Dizzy today, right?
Yes, with Dizzy.
There's Dizzy there.
There's Dizzy.
Yeah, you could see him on the monitor there. And so Suzanne's here with Dizzy for the first time on the show.
Yes,
And we'll talk all about the Animal Companion Network later on in the show.
absolutely.
Great, thanks. Yeah, and all about your rabbits and all of that you've had. And thank you, Suzanne.
Thank you.
And also for the first time on the show, we have Sheila Blanchette with Dusty.
Yes, thank you.
Dusty the lovebird, right?
Yes.
Hi, Sheila.
How are you?
So also good things. This is the first time with a bird or a parrot or a lovebird on the show. It's fantastic. And look at he's sitting right there up on your shoulder, very well behaved,
he likes being there.
and he's asking for what? Some little
Sunflower
sunflower
seeds.
Oh, nice.
Yes, this is his favorite treat when he's
Oh, nice.
not complaining.
I like those too when they're salted and fried or whatever.
You showing off? Okay, he's showing off. I apologize.
And we're friends on Facebook
Book.
too, and so you see some of my posts. I don't know if you saw my previous Animal Companion posts or the photo anyway and everything, but
Yes, I did. That's how I coordinated with Crystal
with Chris, yeah, because you're a volunteer at the Lowell Humane Society,
at
right?
the MSPCA Nevins.
Oh, right, MSPCA,
Yes.
where I adopted my beautiful cutie
Exactly.
Cat, who's been wonderful. I adopted her over 4 years ago. Wow. And she's doing great. She wakes me up 5 o'clock every morning. But, does he wake you up? Or Dusty?
7 a.m. every morning.
7 a.m. every morning.
Yes.
But he's in his cage, right?
He is in
so
his-
you just hear him like, oh, it's time to get up.
He rattles a bell to
Yeah.
let us know that he would like his breakfast.
Nice.
You're lucky you get
Oh.
to sleep that late.
Yeah, I know. I get up at
Well, I
Seven
have,
does seem low for a bird.
We're up at 4 on the weekends.
I do have
Wow.
yeah, I do have 3 other birds, so it's 7 a.m. is very loud in the morning.
I could imagine. Well, we'll talk all about Dusty and all your birds and everything later on. Thank you. For the first time on the show. And also for the first time on the show, we have Cara Tavares. How are you, Cara?
I'm doing well. I'm here with Zorro. I'm representing the Billerica Cat Care Coalition.
Yeah, that's
Though I live in
wonderful.
Chelmsford, Zorro's my foster cat. He's been living with me for a couple months now.
Couple of months now. Yeah, we'll talk all about him. I saw him Saturday at Agway. You brought him over. We had a great turnout there.
there were a lot of people.
I'm a member of the Billerica Cat Care Coalition as well, and it's a wonderful organization, which we'll talk all about during the show. And so you're a foster parent, right?
Foster parent for Zorro, yes.
For Zorro, and you've had him a couple of months.
Yes.
Great. We'll talk all about him on the show. But he's a nice black and white. Look at
yeah.
how docile he is. Is he always like that? Or?
He's the calmest cat I've ever known.
Really? How old do you think he is? Do you
The
have any
vet
idea?
says about 5 years.
About 5 years old. Wow. Yeah, he looks young, and well, cats, they always look so young, even at 10 or 15, right? They're
they do.
amazing. Hey, hi Zorro. Well, thanks for being here, Cara.
Thank you very much for having me.
We'll talk all about Zorro and your history with cats, if you had any others, and the Billerica Cat Care Coalition. So thanks.
Thank you.
So Beth, maybe if we could talk a little bit, well, first about your yellow labs and Ernie. And so Ernie, you've had him 7 years or something? He's about 7 years old?
Yeah, we got Ernie when he was just 8 weeks old. He was
Really?
a puppy.
And
And
where did you get him?
we got him from a breeder up in Maine.
In Maine,
I
wow.
had friends, and my dad had a lab from the same breeder, and since we got Ernie, I have a friend that got a black lab named Stanley. So we have a lot of history with this breeder and have had really good luck. So that's where Ernie's from.
Up
and
in Maine. Did it take you long to drive up there?
no, well, I'm from Maine originally,
were,
so it's only
really?
about a half an hour from where I grew up.
What town did you grow up in? If you
Rumford, little town in the Western Mountains.
Western Mountains. Wow, that must
Yeah.
have been something. I
Yeah.
bet you the population wasn't too large in the town,
We
right?
had about 7,000 in our town.
7,000,
so, yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Do you like it better here in Chelmsford or up there?
Well, when I graduated high school, I wanted to get out of Maine, get out of small town, and so I came down here, and now I would just love to be back up in the woods and the
Oh,
mountains.
really?
And
Wow.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's why. Don't you do a lot of hiking and
Yeah,
outdoor things?
yeah.
You post on Facebook sometimes some beautiful pictures.
Yeah.
In fact, you just had a nice series with Santa and your dogs.
Yeah, we go to
for like 8 years?
the Pheasant Lane Mall
Lane
every
Mall?
year does pets pictures with Santa.
Yeah.
So we've gone every year, and this year was kind of funny. The people in front of us had a guinea pig, and the little girl had made him a little dress.
Oh,
And
really?
had her picture
Oh,
taken with
nice.
Santa. It was cute.
And didn't you have some outfits on your dogs too?
They were both wearing sweaters and bow
Nice.
ties. Yeah, they sat right up on Santa's lap.
Do you use that as your Christmas card? Or,
No, we just do it for fun.
And as I said, it'd be nice if you frame all those 8 pictures you have of Ernie and your other dog.
Yeah.
So you have another yellow lab, a little bit older than Ernie?
Yeah,
or-
we have Melvin at home. Melvin is 9.5. I would have loved to brought Melvin because he loves everybody, but he's just a spaz. So he would
yeah.
be sitting here tap dancing and
Oh,
squealing.
yeah. Ernie is
So-
great. Look at how calm Ernie
Yeah.
is. Wow.
Yeah.
I heard,
He's
he heard
perfect
me
for
say
this.
his name, right, Ernie? Oh, that's good, Ernie.
Yeah.
You could just sit there, Ernie. And
Yeah.
So the Chelmsford Dog Association,
Yeah.
how long have you been a member of that?
Since it started
Oh.
over 5 years,
Oh.
when we were in the very early stages.
Wow, that's
And now all of this hard work is finally, it looks like it's paying off. Our park plans have been finalized. We've got 2 acres. We've got a small dog area, large dog area, a walking path all around the perimeter. It's just going to
Wow.
be beautiful.
When do you think it will open? Do you have
We're
an
hoping to break ground in January, and April, and an opening early summer.
Nice.
Early summer, yeah.
I can't
so-
wait to go over there because I could visit with the dogs, right?
Yeah, well, that's why we have a path that goes around it, so people, if they just want to come and walk and visit with dogs, if they don't have dogs of their own, people are welcome from all towns. It's not strictly Chelmsford. Any dogs that are up to date on vaccinations and well behaved are welcome to come and enjoy the park.
Wonderful. Wow.
Yeah.
Is there there's no charge though because
No.
there's fundraising. There's a selling of bricks going
Yeah,
on now,
yeah, we're
right, or
selling
something?
bricks right now to pave the patio of the dog park. You can get information on our website, chelmsforddogAssociation.org. The bricks are, the standard size, or I think they're 9 by 9. You can have a picture put on it. We have bones and hearts, and
Wow.
of course, Melvin and Ernie will have a brick. And we're also looking for people, if anyone wants to sponsor some of the amenities,
Oh.
benches, picnic tables. So I think my boys will have a bench, and we'll have a
Oh,
plaque
nice.
put
Oh,
on
that's
it. and-
nice. Benches,
yeah.
picnic tables, so
Yeah.
people will be able to eat over there, right?
Yeah, well,
Nice.
you could just come and
If they
sit and have.
That might
have
be
a
me because
water.
as everyone knows, I have 3 cats.
Yeah.
I have had dogs in the past, and I love dogs. I love all animals, but I currently have cats. So, but I'd love to visit with the dogs.
Oh, absolutely.
sometimes. That'd be great.
Absolutely.
So we could, and it's ChelmsfordDogAssociation.org. or
Yep, is our website.
Wonderful. If anybody would like to, I think that'd be great.
Yeah, you can download the brick
somebody
form
interested.
and fill it out, or you can email. Our email is cda@chelmsforddogAssociation.org.
CDA@ChelmsfordDogAssociation.org.
Yep.
Great. And any businesses too that might want to sponsor
Yeah.
a bench or a
Yep.
picnic table
Yep.
or a brick too. That's
Mm-hmm.
fantastic. Wow. Well, we'll talk more about all your dogs and
Great.
everything. In a minute.
Great.
So maybe if we could talk to Suzanne Trahan for a little bit.
Hi.
So
Yeah.
Suzanne, how long have you had the animal rabbit group?
House Rabbit Network formed in 2000, so we've been around almost 15 years now.
Wow.
February will be 15 years.
Are you one of the founders?
I'm one of the founders.
Wow. How many members do you have?
We have over 100 volunteers. We have about 30 foster homes. We have the only pure rabbit shelter. We only, like, it's just rabbits only in Massachusetts, in Billerica, North Billerica.
Wow.
We keep about 20 rabbits at the shelter.
Oh, where
and
is
we
the
have off of Route 129 in North Billerica.
So is it at someone's home or?
No, we rent space in a building.
That must cost you quite a bit, right? To rent space?
It
or-
costs money, but you know,
Gee.
we'd love to buy a place someday, but we're not there yet.
Yeah.
And
So-
land's expensive around here.
Oh, yeah. So to rent a place, though, I'm surprised because that's expensive.
It
So
is.
you have your members pay dues or something every
We
year?
have members place dues, and
And
we
you get
have
donations and fundraisers?
right now we're selling a calendar.
Oh, yeah.
You can go to our website, which is rabbitnetwork.org, and the calendars are $11 each. We tell people you can get your bunny love every month of the year
Yeah,
because it's all bunnies that have been adopted from us or current foster bunnies.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Rabbitnetwork.org.
.org,
Wonderful. And how long do rabbits usually live? About
7 to 10 years.
7 to 10 years.
But there's always some that live a little longer.
Yeah.
You know, I had one that lived to 13, which is unusual, but it
You
happens.
have, huh? So how many do you keep in your home, if any?
I have 5 that are my personal bunnies
In-
that are all bonded,
that live
living
with you
together.
at home?
Uh-huh.
And are they litter trained, litter box?
Most of them can be litter box trained. A couple mine are not, but like one of them has bad legs and a few other issues.
Can't
I
get into the litter box?
has
or
trouble
something?
getting in a litter box, so mine aren't the best with the litter boxes, but
Oh, so what do you do with that one? Then you have to clean up after
yeah,
them all the time?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then I have foster bunnies too. I tend to take in the ones that need to be spayed or neutered, and then once they're fixed and ready for adoption, we send them out to other foster homes. We have about 30 foster homes, and we have a whole bunch of volunteers at the shelter. And we're looking for volunteers for our shelter too.
Oh, great.
If people want to help clean cages, to socialize bunnies and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
So they could contact you through that website,
Yes, you can. There's
Which
links
was-
on the website, or you can just go to info@rabbitnetwork.org,
info@rabbitnetwork.org.
or the phone number is 781-431-1211.
Right. And if anybody forgets at home, you could contact me, you could send me an email or contact me through Facebook, and then I could forward it to Suzanne, right, in
Yeah.
case you forget or don't have a pen right now.
Right.
But that's so, could you tell us a little bit about Dizzy?
Sure. Dizzy was actually, her mom was surrendered to a shelter south of Boston, and then her mom promptly dropped a litter, and they weren't prepared for handling a bunny in a litter, so they called us. So she came to us with her mom and her siblings when she was 3 days old back in June.
3 days old.
Yep.
Do they need to be bottle fed at that age or
No,
something?
mom was feeding them well.
Mom was feeding them. I see,
Mom was
yeah.
taking good care of them, so the litter did well, and now they're here, and we don't adopt them out till they're old enough to get fixed. So she just got spayed last week,
And
and
what
she's
is-
now up for adoption.
Nice. Oh, Dizzy's up for adoption.
Dizzy's
Everybody
now
hear
up
that?
for
Look at how
adoption.
beautiful Dizzy is. They could see that, a nice close-up on the.
She
On
is
the
a
monitor.
mini Rex, which means they
A
have
mini
different
Rex.
fur coat than other bunnies, and it's very velvety soft.
I could see it. It looks like velvet
Yeah.
from here. Nice. And some bunnies have long hairs, like Angoras or something.
Yes, some have long
Which are
fur,
beautiful rabbits.
and some have shorter than average fur, and then there's everything in between.
Did you see the recent video on Facebook? I know I posted a copy of it on the Reps and Residents page. And it was a rabbit and I think a cat playing together. You must have seen it before, though,
Probably
maybe.
did, yeah.
Yeah, that was so cute.
It is cute. They can,
that-
rabbits and cats can become buddies. Sometimes they just ignore each other,
Yeah.
and sometimes they become playmates.
That's what it was in
it
this
varies.
video. And how about with dogs? How do they get along with dogs?
I have a yellow
With the
lab.
dogs? Oh, you do? Wow.
I have a yellow lab. He likes to eat their poop. He looks at them as treat machines. He likes to steal their food.
Oh,
He looks at them and says, "Can we play?" And the bunnies look at him like, "Get out of my face!" You know?
oh, good. At least the dog doesn't attack them or anything.
No,
like that, which is nice.
but it varies from dog to dog. You
yeah.
have to. I have heard of dogs killing rabbits. You have to be very careful
Yes,
with it.
yeah.
You have to know your dog. You have to do proper introductions
Yes.
and
N-
do it.
Now, the site that you have in Billerica, could you give out the address? Could people visit it?
Only by appointment.
Oh, by
It's not a
appointment,
public
yeah.
facility.
Yeah. So someone would go there if there's an appointment, someone from your group, and
Yeah.
meet the person over there.
Yes. and introduce them to the bunnies and see if they want to adopt any.
So you have 20 or something bunnies there at the moment?
About 20 at the shelter,
Wow.
yes.
Do they breed or are they all spayed now? Or pretty
All spayed or neutered.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. We will not adopt out a bunny unless they're fixed.
Good. 'Cause
And that's a
otherwise they
big
could multiply
problem,
pretty quick.
like bunnies.
Well, and,
They have a reputation for a reason.
yeah. Is there an overpopulation of bunnies at all?
Yes.
Oh, there is?
Yes,
Yeah.
and people aren't aware of that. You know, one of the big problems we have is people go to a pet store, think they're getting 2 boys or 2 girls,
Oh.
and before they know it, they have a litter. Some breeds can get pregnant as young as 4 months.
Really?
Gestation period's 28 days.
Really? That's short.
And then they can
That's
get
amazing.
pregnant the day they give birth. So by the time they find the first litter, sometimes mom is pregnant with the second litter.
That is amazing, isn't
And
it?
so they're hard to sex if you don't know what you're doing. So
Yeah, oh, they
Yeah.
are? Oh. So Dizzy's a male, though, as far as you know.
Dizzy's
and then
female.
He's altered male. And all of them will be altered before you let
Yes.
them out.
yeah.
And so
And
they
then we-
sit on your lap. The ones that people have as pets, they sit on your lap sometimes, or
You know, they're not that big on being held, but they
Oh.
love attention.
oh, I see.
So a lot of them will sit on the couch next to you and let you pet them. Or you can lay on the floor and pet them, and they come up to you and beg for treats.
Oh, they do.
And
like
they
a
love
cat?
their noses rubbed and their ears rubbed. But
Nice.
they just usually feel better if they're not being held.
I see. Well, wonderful. We'll be back in a few
Yeah.
minutes. Talk hopefully a little bit more, but maybe we could talk this beautiful lovebird with Suzette. Sheila. I know this. Sheila and Dusty, right?
Yeah.
There's Dusty. What beautiful coloring Dusty has.
Yeah,
So where did you acquire Dusty or adopt her?
I got it from the MSPCA Nevins Farm,
Oh, that's right, yeah.
where I volunteer for. I've been there about 4.5 years.
4.5 years. So how often do you go there?
Sometimes I feel like I live there, but I go, twice a week. I go
Twice a week, nights for 2 hours or something, or?
2 to 6 hours.
Wow.
And some days I'll be there 12 hours.
And what do you do?
I handle
Sheila?
the exotic birds section.
Oh, nice. That's perfect for you, right?
Oh, I love it.
How many birds do they usually have there?
It ranges, but currently we have 15. We have 15 birds right now.
15 birds. Wow. And could you tell what type of birds they have over there at the moment?
We have
About.
have 9 parakeets, 6 doves, 2 senegals.
What's a
And-
senegal?
Oh, it's a beautiful bird. It's about. Sorry, I'm using.
Pretty good size?
Pretty good size with green and brown. It's beautiful coloring. This is quiet compared to a senegal.
Oh, that
They're
must be-
beautiful birds, and I just want people to be aware of the.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And I think
And
that's. And we
They
had,
usually don't have big macaws there.
yes,
right?
we
Do
do. Yeah, we.
Oh, because people maybe can't take them anymore, whatever, can't care for them.
Right.
So they bring them in for adoption. And then what's the adoption fee at the MSPCA?
It ranges on the bird, the type of birds. So finches and parakeets adoption fee, or paying it forward as I call it, is $10.
Yeah.
We get cockatiels, which are $20, and it's sort of increments as we get
I
bigger.
see. Oh. And what birds do you have at home? I think you said you had some other birds.
Yes,
at home?
so Dusty,
Yeah,
the
Dusty.
lovebird I have. I also have a cockatiel that came with the husband, as I always say.
What?
When I got married, he had a cockatiel.
Oh,
so
I see.
and I have 2 lorikeets, which no one's ever really heard of,
No.
but they're from the hummingbird. But they're big. They're hooked bills. They're big birds, but they have fuzzy
Like
tongues.
big hummingbirds almost.
From
From that family?
Yeah, from that
With
family.
the hooked
bill
beak?
and
or whatever?
fuzzy tongues.
Really? Wow. And what do they do? Or, I mean, do they go in your finger or anything?
They do. They're clown birds. They like to roll over on their back. They act like cats.
Really?
They'll retrieve things. They'll play with They will go on their back and play with balls and stuff.
Wow.
They're very, very entertaining. I love them dearly. I don't recommend it for everybody because it's liquid diet. So it's liquid in. I'm going to just say liquid out.
Yeah. Oh. Gee, yeah. So I know it's hard to keep up with the bird because my good friends of mine in Connecticut have a parrot that they've had for over 20 years. And his wife, whom I love, every day she says she changes that paper, which is amazing. I mean, to me, that's a lot of time. But I clean the litter box. Don't get me wrong, like 5 or 10 times a day. But it's easy. I scoop it.
Yeah.
It's in the bathroom, and I just scoop it. And so it's easy for me. But it maybe takes a little bit longer, maybe not too long, to clean, change the paper or whatever.
Right, like a lovebird. A lovebird, it's probably every other day you want to clean and change.
yeah.
You know, the water and food is changed daily.
Yeah.
As you can tell, like I have this casing, and there's all this enrichment. Birds need a ton of stuff in their cage to keep them busy when they're not with the human.
Yes.
So they're very intelligent, and I always say they're sort of like the feathered dog. You have to keep them entertained when you're not home.
So what do you do with all of your birds? I mean, and just an example, like do you all have them out at the same time, or you just do one at a time or two at a time?
Usually they're out 2 at a time. So the lorikeets have their own room, and they're out, and we'll work with them. So I do some training with them, but they also get to play with whatever's in the room or what's in the cage. So it's very enriching outside the cage.
Nice.
And then the lovebird and the cockatiel come out together. And they're in a-
Do they play together or just?
no, they just sort of bother each other.
She looks pretty young because her fur looks her
Yeah,
feathers look beautiful, perfect.
Yeah, he's 5 years old. That we're guessing. Again, we got him adopted, so based on the information we have, and so he'll be coming up to 6 this year. And so it's really nice.
And what was the adoption fee for a lovebird? Did you say?
I think it's $20.
Maybe 20, same as a cockatiel.
Yeah.
About $10 for a parakeet.
Or a finch.
Or a finch,
Yeah.
which are very small.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's very reasonable.
Yeah, and like I said, the money is paying forward for the food, medical care, just keeping, we have to get toys. I'm really big on enrichment. Crystal knows because I'm always talking to her about stuff, and you want birds to have stuff to do, and it's stressful at a rescue. So anything to keep them busy so that they're not stressed is a wonderful thing.
And how are they at the MSPCA at Nevins in terms of the birds and environment there? Is it very nice, very
We do the best.
clean, of course?
Yeah, it's very clean. We do the best we can. I have so many toys in all the cages. You would think they're spoiled to death. And we do some training with some of the birds, and sometimes I foster a few birds as well. So if it's a little too stressful for them, like like the feral kittens and stuff, it's too stressful. I'll bring them home and work with them. So when they adopt, they're ready to go. They're like, oh yeah, I want to bond with the human. Let's go.
That's fantastic. So does Dusty speak all the time when he's out, or does he keep quiet sometimes? Or?
No, this is pretty.
Pretty good, like that, yeah.
That's why I was shoving, fun food in his
yeah.
mouth because I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah. So you've had him since he was young, or I know he's five years old.
5
now,
or 6, yeah.
So you've had him for quite a while.
Just about a year and a half.
Oh, about a year and a half. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
the person who surrendered him could not take care of him anymore.
Oh.
And he wasn't doing. He was just stressed at the MSPCA. So I thought, I'll foster him and see what happens. And my husband and I fell in love with him. And I fostered other birds. And I kept saying, we already have 3. That's, to me, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And and I always say, how much work can a little bird be? What's one more?
So Dusty has his own cage, of course. And
Yeah, he has a huge condo.
a huge condo. You change the
Papers.
paper every 2 days or
Every
something?
day, 2 days.
Wow. How about cleaning of it? Is there a special, you have to clean the wires periodically?
Yeah, so once a week we use Simple Green and we clean everything out. Everything comes out, gets
Wow.
re-cleaned, disinfected,
Once a week.
rearranged. So it's different. So a bird, even though it's going in the same cage, rearranging it is different.
Nice. Oh, you're so thoughtful. Is that great? Because I agree. I think all my cats, they seem to have more intelligence than I do quite often. I mean, really, to get up at like 5 o'clock every morning, know what time it is, know what time it is to eat, know what they're, where to go for a cat treat every day. I mean, they're so intelligent, I think, as are dogs, and look at what you could train dogs to do, and cats, so it's amazing. And how many birds do you have at home now, did you say?
Well, right now I have 4 and 1 foster.
So 5 total, 4 and 1 foster, wow. So, and it sounds like your husband loves birds as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he does. And he he has that little smirk when I come in going, oh, I'm going to foster another one. You know, one leaves, one comes in.
Wow.
And
5.
yeah,
at
and
the
we have a
moment.
dog, I should say. We do have a pug.
Oh, pug. Oh, nice little pug. Nice.
Yes.
How does he get along with the birds? Or
She only plays with one of them.
she?
Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah,
So she actually plays with.
Yeah,
him.
we can roll a ball, and the bird will toss the ball to the dog. Now, for some reason, pugs don't retrieve, just pushes the ball back. So we'll have this moment of the balls just passing back and forth.
Oh, I hope you have a video of that. You
I
could-
keep forgetting to do
Oh,
it.
yeah,
I
you can post it on YouTube.
too.
Yeah.
Because I love watching all these animal YouTube videos that are on Facebook or wherever.
Yeah.
They're so cute sometimes.
But that's,
But-
go ahead, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Well, I'll be back in a
Thank
little
you.
bit, I think. We have a 1-hour show, so we have a lot of time to spend with all of our human and animal companions. So, Cara, could you tell us a little bit more about Zorro? And so, how old is Zorro, did you say?
The vet approximates about 5 years old.
About 5 years
He was
old.
found in Billerica. He was in a neighborhood just eating off of people's porches. People were feeding him.
Oh.
But he was picked up by animal control because there were a lot of coyotes in the area. Animal control called the BCCC, and we took him in as a foster. I took him in as a foster.
Wow, and that was about a month and a half?
About 2 months ago,
About
I'd
2
say.
months ago?
And one interesting thing is he was neutered when we found him. We were thinking he's probably an abandoned or lost cat. I haven't found any ads for him, but
Yes.
I hope that he does find a home soon because he's such a friendly cat.
Yes. Most cats are microchipped now when you adopt them.
Yeah,
I
he
assume
was not.
somebody checked. He wasn't.
Yeah.
But he's a wonderful cat. Yeah. He was over, as I mentioned earlier. Agway does a wonderful thing with the Billerica Cat Care Coalition and with rabbits as well, come in periodically. So, and Saturdays when they have their farmers markets in the winter and the fall from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., Agway sponsors adoptions for cats or rabbits or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, they're also going to have photos with Santa with your pets pretty soon.
I believe that's next week, the
Next-
December 6th.
It could be, okay, that's
December
Saturday,
6th.
whatever.
Is
Nice,
the
yeah.
pet photos, and then yeah, they do sponsor the rabbits every once in a while. It just depends on which week you're there, what you can adopt.
Okay. So you were there this past Saturday. I met
Yes.
you and Zorro at the same time there, but I knew you were going to be on the show
Yes.
today. And Zorro, he was very friendly there. He's very quiet and calm, which is wonderful.
At the Agway, I had his cage open the whole day, so that because he
Wow.
wasn't going to leave the cage, he was just going to be calm and
Wow.
accept the pets.
And how were people with him? Did they pet him a lot, or
Yep,
did he get
there's-
a lot of attention?
He got a decent amount of attention. People like how big he is, even if they don't want to adopt him because he's too big. There were a few kids that wanted to hold him, even though he was too heavy.
Yeah.
And there was one woman who was very interested in possibly adopting him.
I see,
So I'm
wonderful.
pretty excited to see where that goes.
Well, if anybody's interested in adopting Zorro or getting more information about Zorro, you could send me an email at tchristiano@comcast.net, or the Billerica Cat Care Coalition has a website, right?
Yep, it's a really long URL, but billricacatcarecoalition.org.
.org, yeah. So, and you could write to them, and also for all their other cats that they currently have for adoption over there at that website, billricacatcarecoalition.org. So Zorro is, you've had him a month and a half, and how is he at home with you? What does he do? Oh yeah, sometimes he
yeah.
can just sit like that, which I've never done that with my cats for some reason.
All of my cats are happy with this.
Really?
Yeah. I guess I just have a tendency to get the most calm cats.
Yeah,
But
that's amazing. Look at how calm he is there with Zorro. So, so he's like that at home, or
yes, he does have his own room.
he has his own
Because
room?
I do
Wow.
have 2 other cats, and about a month before I started fostering Zorro, I adopted a new cat. So I wanted my 2 cats to be able to socialize without a new distraction.
Oh, I see.
So he's got his own room. He's got the guest room in the house. He has his litter box and his food there, and I go in and play with him pretty often.
Right. And you
So he's
joined
pretty.
the Billerica Cat Care Coalition a long time. You've been here about a year, right, in this area?
Yeah, I've been here in about a year. I joined the Billerica Cat Care Coalition probably 4 months ago, and then I said I would be willing to foster, and
Wow.
Zorro came along needing a foster home. So
Isn't that great? And it's so great that you have a separate room for him. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Not everybody has that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really nice, especially since my cats weren't getting along very well with each other.
What
But now they are.
What are your other cats? Are they, what color?
They're also adopted. I adopted my first cat, Thor, from a shelter when I lived in Florida. So I actually moved him up here with me. He's 3 years old. And I adopted my second cat, Kuma, from what's called Kitty Connection down in Medford.
Oh.
And they're both really big cats too. Zorro, he's a 12-pounder. Thor's a 12-pounder, and Kuma's something like 16, 17 pounds after
Wow,
losing
that
some
is
weight.
really big. I've never had a cat 16 or 17 pounds. That's amazing. Wow. So you moved up here from Florida. How do you like the North New England
I love
versus
the
Florida?
North.
You do?
I'm a big fan of seasons occurring.
Oh, I see. And in Florida, it wasn't like that.
In
much,
Florida,
right?
there are Christmas lights on palm trees.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, very different. So you're from this area originally? I mean, New England?
no, actually,
Oh.
I moved around a lot in life,
Oh,
but
nice. Oh, nice.
but most of my raising was done in Florida. I just prefer the snow, the weather, the possibility for a day with something different.
Yes, nice. Well, it looks like tomorrow we might get some snow here in
Yes.
Massachusetts. So,
And we're gonna see what the cats do with the snow.
yeah. Well, nice. So you're a foster parent there. You have 3 cats now.
Yes.
You're a volunteer with the Bill Rickett Cat Care Coalition.
Yes.
Great. They don't have any fundraisers going on now that you're aware of or anything. But they.
Not in particular, but every time they do an adoption event, Diana is there selling the cat mice and the cat beds, and they're pet beds really.
Yes.
And she's doing garlands right now for the 12 days of Christmas. So next time we're in Agway all together is going to be December 13th.
December 13th.
That's a Saturday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Usually the farmer's market is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., but sometimes the cats arrive at about 11 a.m.
Right.
sometimes.
Ooh.
You want to get them. Okay.
The cats will be fine.
Hey, look at his. Could you see him on the camera there? No, not yet. He's out of the area at the moment. But
Dusty.
come on, Dusty. Here comes Dusty. Oh, but
The dog's scared.
he wants to go play with Ernie. Come on, Dusty. Hey.
Always a little
Dusty.
fun.
He wanted more attention. He wasn't getting enough attention.
So you've been talking about cats too long. You need to get the focus back on the bird. Get the
Well,
focus
thank you,
back on the
Kara.
bird here.
Yeah, of course.
Thank
I
you.
actually had a bird when I was in Florida too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I had a
Oh,
cockatiel.
Nice.
Birds
How
are
was
great.
the cockatiel?
He was fine. His name was Kooky, and he was a yellow Lutino pearl cockatiel is what they call him.
Oh,
It's just
nice.
very
Nice.
pretty, and he passed away. But I got my cat soon after that, and we.
Oh, I see. A lot of people have had cockatiels. They really love them, or all birds, actually.
Cockatiels are really friendly.
Wow. Wow. I haven't had a bird in a long time. I'm afraid to get one with the 3 cats. I don't know, but you think that would be good, Crystal?
I think you could try it.
You could try it? Oh,
Yeah, we could give you enough information
oh,
to
yeah.
get everyone used to each other. Yeah.
Yeah, but the finches don't go on your fingers or anything like that. They're pretty much in the cage.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah, but they're beautiful. The little finches are beautiful coloring, some of them. But so, Crystal, maybe if we could talk to you for a couple minutes.
Sure.
And who are we here with today?
This is Freya.
Freya.
She
Hi,
is
Freya.
between 3 and 4 months old. She was a feral kitten, so she was found outside living by herself with her brother.
Living, wow, just
Yeah,
by
just
herself. as a
little tiny
kitten.
kittens.
I
Yeah.
wonder what happened to her parents, but
So-
you have no idea,
Well,
right?
we caught the mom. It was just her, her mom and the 2 kittens. The mom was truly a feral wild cat. So unfortunately, we couldn't place her for adoption, but we spayed her and released her back to the area. There was a feeder there taking care of her. And these guys, we just didn't want to see them back outside. They're so young, they can be socialized. So Freya's a couple of weeks into her socialization. She's not 100% there yet, but we're looking for adoptive homes and foster homes that want to put in a little bit of effort with these guys to make them wonderful house cats.
She is so cute. I don't know if our director, Pete Padula, probably has a picture of her and Crystal maybe, but she has a beautiful markings. Look at that. The beautiful white is very symmetrical with the black along the eyes. Oh yeah, Pete's got a nice
She's a
close-up of
pretty
her now.
girl.
Look at how
Yeah.
cute she is, huh? Yeah, and she's about 3 or 4 months old.
She is.
And has she been spayed yet?
She has been
Oh,
spayed, yes.
So before you adopt out any dog, I should mention, you're of course with Lowell Humane Society.
Yes.
Your sweatshirt says that, and
Yep.
you're one of the directors there, right?
I'm the manager. Yep.
Manager. And how long have you been there now, Crystal?
I've been there for 6 years with a brief hiatus over to the MSPCA,
Wow,
and I
6
came back over to Lowell Humane.
You prefer it, I guess. It sounds like
It's
maybe.
home.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Do you live closer to Lowell?
I
or-
do. I live in Lowell.
Oh, nice, nice. So you've been there total about 6 years, and
Yep.
so you're the manager, one of the managers there, which is great, or the
Yeah.
manager?
Yep, I'm the manager. I handle our daily operations and all our fundraising and outreach.
Wonderful. So there's a website, right, of course, for Lowell Humane Society, right?
Yep, LowellHumaneSociety.org.
.org. All these .orgs,
Yeah.
which is nice.
And we just launched today. We have an online store where if you need pet food, pet supplies, you can log right in and order from there, and you can get your items delivered to your home, and part of the proceeds goes right to us. So
That's fantastic.
yeah, and you can get there through our website or LowellHumaneSocietyStore.com.
LowellHumaneSocietyStore.com.
Yep.
Fantastic. So do you know what percentage, or could you say
It
10,
depends on which
20%?
item,
Oh, I
but
see,
they
yeah.
tell you right on the website, how much
Oh,
will
good.
go.
Oh,
Generally
nice.
between 10 and 20%.
Nice, nice. Well, Lowell Humane Society is a wonderful organization. You know I love it, right? Because 2 of my current 3 cats are from Lowell Humane Society. I adopted Tiger as a little kitten there. She's an orange tabby, and she's 12 years old now, and she is doing fantastic. She's a great lap cat and very friendly. Every time I go to pet her, she starts purring.
Yeah.
And I adopted Clooney there as well 4 years ago. It was a beautiful long hair, black and white. His name used to be at Princeton when he was over there,
Yes.
and he's great now. And I was telling you earlier, the first couple of years with Clooney, he wouldn't sit on my lap or anything, but after 2 years, little by little, he would come on my lap. I'd get so excited. So, oh, he's getting used to me or something.
Yeah.
But now he's on my lap like every
All the
day.
time.
When I go to bed at night, he comes. When I'm reading, he's right next to me, so I'm petting him and stuff. It's like his routine,
He's come along. I think
And-
now that you say that his name was Princeton, I forgot that was his name. We named him Princeton because he was found on Princeton Boulevard.
Really? Oh,
And
I
that
didn't
reminded
know
me.
that.
So he was a stray. So we don't know what his background was
Oh,
before
I
he
see.
came to you.
Yeah.
So
Because he was a little bit shy in terms of getting petted or
Yeah.
anything. He didn't seem to want anybody to touch him at first. But now he seems to like getting pet. He loves cat treats. He loves being around me. He's the only one when I come in through the garage that meets me down at the bottom of the stairs for some reason.
excellent.
The other 2 females are, maybe they like to relax on the couches and everything. I don't know.
Lazabouts.
But yeah, he seems to be like to be around me quite a bit. He does seem to be the dominant cat in the household of 3, but he doesn't get into bloody fights, thank God, or anything
That's
like that.
good.
But so Lowell Humane Society is a great organization, and you also have places on Facebook. You have a group,
We
Lowell
do.
Humane Society, and also volunteers for Lowell Humane Society, I believe,
Oh, yeah.
on Facebook.
Yep, we have a really great group. We try to keep all of our volunteers active on that Facebook page to communicate with each other because so many people can only give a few hours a week, which is great. And all of those hours added up mean we can do so much more for the animals. So people can communicate on there and talk to each other about what went on their shift and really keep in touch about what's going on with the animals.
Nice. And I usually post a video from our animal companion shows on the Lowell Humane Society site. If anybody wants to check it out
Yeah.
there tomorrow,
Yeah,
we
we'll have
should
it
get
up.
it on by there. And so, if you could tell people more about the Lowell Humane Society, like how are things over there now? Do you have an abundance of dogs, cats,
Always
birds,
many
anything?
cats.
Many cats?
Always
Yeah,
many
even now,
cats.
huh?
Yeah.
In the kind of late fall.
Yeah, our cat population is picking up again right now. We had a smaller number recently, but we've gotten quite a few in the last few weeks. And we also have a lot of small animals, guinea pigs and rabbits to choose from.
Guinea
Only
pigs
a
and
few
rabbits?
dogs right now, which isn't
Really?
a bad thing. But
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, just a handful of dogs.
Usually you seem to have a lot of pit bulls over there in the Lowell. Humane
Yep,
Society.
we have the only 2 adoptable dogs right now are 2 pit bulls, amazing, wonderful dogs. One is a black lab pit bull mix, and the other is a pit bull, we think maybe bulldog mix.
Pit
And
bull bulldog.
yeah,
Wow.
Rondo, he's amazing. He's my favorite dog in the shelter right now. He's looking for a home. He's small, he's around 40 to 50 pounds, and he's just a complete love bug.
Really?
Yeah.
And he's a pit bull and
And bulldog,
a
we
bulldog,
think.
you think?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. So you have a few dogs there at the moment, and an abundance of cats. Did you kittens as well? Did you
Yeah,
say?
we do. We have kittens. We have a lot of these kittens who are, we call them former ferals. So they were taken off the streets and they're a little shy and skittish at first, but with a patient family who will work with them, they turn out to be amazing, additions to the household.
Wow. And what are the adoption fees, if you could tell us?
Sure.
If you remember.
They range on cats are $125, cats and kittens. That includes spay or neuter, vaccinations, and a microchip.
Wow.
Dogs are $250, includes all of the same. Rabbits are $65. That includes them being spayed or neutered as well.
Spayed and neutered,
Yep.
yeah.
And then our small animals, hamsters up to guinea pigs and whatnot, range in price from $20 up to $60.
And sometimes when you have an abundance of cats or whatever, you have a reduced price. Sometimes they're $5
Yeah.
adoption fee for the week or something.
Yep, it's always good to watch our Facebook page. That's our most active page that we put all our promotions on.
Okay.
And
Facebook,
when we have the $5 feline events, we definitely really publicize them there.
Wow, wonderful. So you have quite a few. Oh, could you tell us your hours, by the way, of operation at the Lowell Humane
Sure.
Society?
We're open 6 days a week,
Yeah.
12 to 4 every day except for Monday. We're closed on Mondays.
Closed
And we're
on
open late until 6 on Thursdays.
Nice.
So.
Do you have any fundraisers or Christmas parties coming up?
We do. We have our great big holiday bazaar actually on the 6th and 7th of December. So we'll have photos with Santa both Saturday and Sunday. Santa will be there, or you can get a nice photo on a wintry backdrop without Santa if you don't want him in the photo. And we also have our silent auction and raffles that day as well, which we had our team put together baskets for the silent auction and raffles last night. We have amazing things from In the Company of Dogs. So really cool clothing and pet supplies. We have a lot of great donations coming in over the next few weeks for that as well. So it's a great fundraiser for us, and it's a fun weekend for us.
December 6th and 7th.
December 6th and 7th from 11 to 3.
11 to 3. You read my
Yeah.
mind.
And
11
we-
to 3. I
yeah.
hope to get over there. It's a very busy weekend. I think
Yeah.
there's all kinds of fairs
lot
and
going on.
Fundraisers that weekend,
Yeah.
but I'm definitely going to try to get over there. And could you give out the address for the Lowell Humane
Sure.
Society?
It's 951 Broadway Street, and we're right in Lowell, right near the Merrimack River.
Near the mayor, and up the hill there is UMass Lowell, right?
Yep, the
Durgan
South
Hall,
Campus.
where I go to the show sometimes. So yeah, it's a great place, great location. The people there are wonderful. So how many volunteers do you have at the Lowell Humane Society, and do you need any others?
Always need more volunteers. There's
really?
always something for anybody to do. We have between 150 and 200 volunteers, and then another 60 or so at foster homes.
150 to 200 volunteers.
Yeah.
But I guess it takes a lot to run
Yeah.
a humane society with all these animals which need walking and care and the
Right.
cage cleaning and whatever.
And there's so many different types of opportunities, from office work and filing, data entry, to actually walking the dogs. We have some volunteers that just come in to do transport and drive animals to and from vet appointments or grooming appointments.
Wow.
We have photographers that come in and just do photos, and people who are interested in photography but not, really skilled yet will be the photo assistants. So there's a huge range of things people can do to help.
That's fantastic.
We always need more help cleaning
Great. Well,
cages.
oh yes,
That's
yeah.
the biggest need.
Yes, but that's good to know
Yeah.
that you're looking for volunteers. You could always use volunteers, even though you have about 150
Yep.
to 200. Wow.
Yeah.
And how many employees did you say are there?
We have 9 employees.
9 employees.
Yeah.
Nice. So it takes a fair amount of money to support the Lowell Humane. Do you get
Definitely.
anything from the state or city of Lowell or
We
anything?
don't. There's
Oh.
no local, state, or federal funding. It's all donations.
Wow.
Yeah.
But how do you do with that? You do well with the donations?
We
or
have a really
you
great
just-
network.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
more donations is always better. We can
Yeah.
always use more, but
I think I added you to my will, didn't I? Did I
You
tell you
did.
that?
Yes,
yeah,
you did.
As a the same percentage for my nephews and nieces I have for the Lowell Humane Society, the Billerica Cat Care Coalition, and the First Parish Church
Yeah.
in Chelmsford.
and it's a wonderful
But-
way for people to get involved. They may think, right now they don't have the money to, to give to the organization, but end of life giving is a wonderful way to give
Yeah.
back as well and be remembered too.
Yes. No, it'd be wonderful because I've got so much help from Lowell Humane Society with all my cats. I think I've adopted dogs in the past there, and no birds or rabbits yet, but maybe someday.
Maybe we've got finches. That would be wonderful.
Finches, yeah.
Yeah.
And you even have rats sometimes too.
We do.
don't you?
I almost brought a rat today.
Oh my
Yeah. a little Pippin, but I
Oh, nice.
decided to bring
I
Freya
think the cat
instead.
was good because
Yeah.
last time you brought a cute Chihuahua, which was adopted about 2 weeks later
Yep.
after you were on the show. But she was so cute, I could understand
Yeah.
why she would be adopted fairly quickly.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else? We'll come back later, but anything else we could talk? You want to talk about now, or we're all set for now?
Yeah, we can talk.
But
after.
maybe if we could talk to Beth again for a little bit. So Beth, you told us a little bit about the Chelmsford Dog Association. The dog park might be opening up next summer, it sounds like.
Yeah, early summer we're hoping.
And it's over, is it, what road is Richardson Road? is it?
Richardson Road. Yeah, it's
Where the
the
old-
site where the
DPW
DPW
was?
was. Yeah, the town was gracious enough to give us a couple of acres.
Did you
and
s-
sorry.
Excuse me, did you say is it being constructed now?
Not
or
not
quite
right
yet?
now. We're hoping to break ground in April.
Break ground in April.
And yeah,
Nice.
with a early summer opening.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so you talked about the Chelmsford Dog Association.
Yep.
Association. Do you need any additional members on that?
Oh,
or?
we're always looking for people to help. We're still in fundraising mode, and we
Oh.
have been for 5 years now.
Wow.
We're going to have to sustain ourselves at the park, so that means everything from trash bags to snow blowers to pooper scoopers and everything. So we're still doing
Wow.
fundraising. We have a fundraiser coming up December 15th at Sushi. I'm gonna mess up the name. It's a sushi restaurant in Chelmsford, and they're donating 15% of the profits that come in that night to us.
Oh, nice.
back to
Oh,
the
yeah. Vivian, I think, posted it on
Yeah.
Facebook or sent it to me, and I posted it.
Yanagi or
Sushi Yanagi is the one on Drum Hill.
yes, that's it.
Oh, nice.
That's the
nice.
one. Yeah, so they're doing a dining to donate for us. So
Nice.
yeah, that's great. We're
Very
excited.
good
Wonderful.
sushi there.
Yeah,
Oh, do you have a page on Facebook as well, the Chelmsford Dog
we
Association?
do. We have a page on Facebook. Yep.
people could find you
We're
there.
always posting things on about our
Great.
bricks and different fundraisers that we're having. You can find it right on Facebook.
Wonderful.
And our website's pretty active too. It's updated frequently.
Great, great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Beth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Suzanne, so you told us about your website, right? What's the name of your group again?
House Rabbit Network,
House Rabbit Network.
and the
it's
website is rabbitnetwork.org.
rabbitnetwork.org.
And we also have a big Facebook page too.
Oh, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
it's House Rabbit Network.
House Rabbit Network, nice. I think I probably like that page. I think, because once, I think I became friends with you. I think you might have invited me or something, but I think I did anyway. I hope so, because I love rabbits too. I think
Oh, yeah.
they'd be great to have around the house. And some people, do they also adopt them and keep them in hutches outside, or no?
We don't adopt them out that way. There are
Oh,
some
I see.
people that do.
Oh,
They generally don't, as a generalization, don't live as long outside. It's hard for them in the summertime. They can get fly strike.
fly strike, what's that?
That's when flies lay their eggs and the maggots start eating into the bunny.
Oh my God,
And the heat, they
really?
can drive heat stroke. They can get heat stroke when the weather gets really hot. I mean, they have a
Yes.
fur coat. If you want air conditioning, they want air conditioning.
Yeah, oh, right,
So-
right, good point.
And then in the
So that's
winter time,
good.
it's, water bottles freeze and let's
That's
face it,
right,
people
too.
just go outside, throw food at the bunny, come in the house, and the bunny just gets ignored for a few months. So
Yeah.
it's, we don't recommend outside living.
Yes, but I know
should
they,
be fine.
they can live, and I'll tell you why. There's a Chelmsford bike path, and I bike on it almost every day during the season.
Mm-hmm.
So at Vivian Merrill's house, she has a bunny, black and white, on a hutch right next to the bike path. Every day I go by and I say hello to the rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, well, I forgot it. Hey, hi fella. I say hi fella or something like that. But he never even looks at me, whatever. But I'm amazed. It looks like the same one. It's been years now, this rabbit. And Vivian told me he's about 8 years old now. And she said, so I don't know, somehow he's surviving
Yeah,
out there.
I
but
mean, they can live
but
outside, but it's
they
just
you prefer
better for
not
them
to,
to be
yeah.
inside.
Yes,
I
yeah.
think for Eric and Viv too, they do bring them in during the winter,
Oh, good, good.
and they
nice.
have that outdoor enclosure for them in the summers.
Nice, yeah, because I'm not biking by them in December and January, so I don't see them then. So that's true, thank you. So thanks, so we gave out the website and everything, thank
Yeah.
you. Thanks for being
And
here.
rabbits too should also go to the vet every year and have checkups. They're prey animals, so they hide their symptoms.
Oh,
So it's always good to have checkups every year, and
I see, thank you.
people don't really, and they don't need any shots.
Really, wow. And what does the vet usually charge for a checkup, or does it vary?
It varies. Every vet's different, but it's probably $60 to $70 in general.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you very much. So, Sheila, could you tell us a little bit more about your birds and anything else? You don't have any adoption websites. You help out with the MSPCA,
Yeah,
and they, of
.org.
course, have the .org. They probably have something on Facebook, too, I would
Yeah,
imagine, I think.
MSPCA Nevins Farm.
Yeah.
So even on mspca.org, you'd go to Nevins Farm and it's see where I volunteer at.
And it's a Methuen, right?
Yeah, correct.
I remember driving up there, and if you haven't been there, if you love animals, take a drive there, because they have just about any animal you could think of, including horses, that are available for adoption.
I think we have 2 llamas still.
2 llamas
I believe they're still there.
available for adoption.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we have a whole, chickens, geese,
Chickens?
ducks, you name
Geese,
it.
ducks too, available for
Both
adoption.
yeah.
And many dogs and cats.
Cats and bunnies.
And birds. They have about 20 birds or something at the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah, we also have chinchillas, bunnies, rats.
Rats too.
Yeah,
Are they altered before they're adopted out as well?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Except
thought-
for birds, that everybody else gets.
Oh, the birds don't though, right?
No.
Yeah. But they don't breed prolifically, right?
No, well, we have them separated so that
Oh, I
doesn't.
see.
We try to avoid that.
But if there were a male and female, sometimes they would
We do lay
breed.
eggs,
And some,
so we would
And
just
then-
remove the eggs.
then they have to sit on the eggs or whatever.
Yeah, there's
whatever
stuff that has to happen.
happens.
So.
That's difficult, I think,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. So
Jeez. Wow. But he's such a beautiful bird. What's
Yeah.
he? Dusty, right?
yeah.
Dusty?
And
Beautiful
lovebirds,
birds,
yeah, lovebirds are beautiful. There is a myth that they're supposed to be paired together, and they don't have to be paired together. They live happily as long as they're bonded with a person. They live happily. They do live for 15 years.
For about 15 years.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Some birds, so like you were talking about the macaw, those can live up to 75 to 100 years.
Yes.
So we do talk. That's why a lot of the birds do come to the rescue because, excuse me, people move on.
Yeah. Nice. Well, thank you, Sheila. Thank you. And Cara, anything else we could talk about? We have Zorro here, who is available for adoption.
Zorro is available for adoption.
And,
There's a lot of cats from the Billerica Cat Care Coalition available for adoption as well, of course.
Yes, Billerica Cat Care Coalition, for people who are just tuning in. The website is billericaCatCareCoalition.org.
Yes,
right?
very long URL, but it's all
Yeah.
there.
And so you joined that group about 4 months ago. Aren't they a great group of people, by
Yes,
the way?
it's really great. I'm glad I get to foster Zorro. Glad I can have some experience with that, and it's a great way to get close to the animals.
And he's been sitting on your lap for the full hour,
Yes.
and no problem.
Oh, yeah.
And so you've been fostering him about a month and a half now, so
Yes,
it's
he's-
great. He's so docile, you were saying, right? Or
He
calm,
really
I-
is the most calm cat I've ever known,
Wow.
including my cats, which I thought were the most calm cats in the world
Really?
because,
Wow.
I took my cat Thor on a 24-hour drive from Florida to Massachusetts, and he was fine.
Really?
So
How did you do that? Because I've often thought about maybe if I went to Florida for a vacation or whatever, or a winter home, about my cats, because I was thinking about the transportation would be horrendous.
it depends on the cat, but my cat Thor has been fine on car rides and plane rides, and he's been on a plane like 5 different times because I kept moving back and forth.
Really?
But-
Wow. And does he go right on the plane with you?
Yes,
did they?
he's, with cats, it's pretty simple. They don't want to get in the carrier, but once they're somewhere unfamiliar, they can't wait to get back in the carrier. So he does stay in the carrier as long as we're in the airport and on the airplane and everything, and he just wants to sleep and get it over with.
Get over it, yeah, yeah. And then there's a significant extra fee to fly a cat and a kit?
It depends on the airline.
I see.
Southwest does $75 extra
That's
for
not bad.
carrying the pet with you. It counts as one of your carry-ons. And then JetBlue is $100 extra to have the pet with you.
Yeah.
Again, counts as one of your carry-ons. It's always in cabin, under the seat in front of you.
Nice.
If you have really nice flight attendants, they might let you put it on your lap.
Oh, isn't that nice? Wow. So that's so much better than there's a carrier hold or whatever, which is
Yeah.
cold or whatever.
I
You
wouldn't
never
put
want
it
to
in
put
cargo
that-
hold.
Yeah, cargo hold. Gee. Well, thanks for being here, Cara. Hope you had a good time.
Thank you. I hope
First
you,
time in the show. We're
Hope you've
getting
enjoyed
to the end.
Zorro.
We're not quite at the end yet, but we're getting there. So, and Crystal, so what else could we tell us about the Whole Humane Society that we didn't mention yet? Or about this little cute kitten here?
Sure. Well, Freya didn't come in with many medical expenses. We only had to spay her. But we have a lot of animals that have been coming in with extreme medical expenses. They need full dentals and teeth removed, and they have infections, ear infections, skin infections, urinary tract infections, bladder stones, kidney stones. So we are kicking off our end of the year fundraiser right now to raise money for those medical expenses. And we're hoping to raise $5,000 before the end of the year. And we're kicking that off today. So we would love, even the smallest donations add up when the community comes together for the animals. So if you have, a few dollars to spare, you can do that in honor of someone or in memory of someone and help the shelter animals as they wait to find their homes.
Wonderful. And also you have the fundraiser coming up December 6th and 7th, is it?
Yes, December 6th and 7th, 11
From
to 3.
11 a.m. to 3 at the Lowell Humane Society, which is, now will that money go towards that $5,000 or whatever? Or
That goes
imagine-
into our general, to
General
help
fund?
pay for spay and neuter and, the other expenses, keeping the lights on, that kind of thing.
So that's a different
yeah.
fund, you might say, rather than that $5,000
Right.
special fund. But you might raise a lot, because you have a lot of silent auction items
We
here,
do. We
whatever?
have great silent auction items, raffle baskets as well.
Raffle
And we'll have a
baskets?
rummage sale too. We have a lot of things that get donated that we can't use for the animals in the shelter. So we'll have pet clothing and pet goods for sale for very low prices, and all of that money goes to the shelter.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful. So hopefully she'll get adopted soon, right?
Yeah, she's just waiting
But-
for somebody who's nice and patient that'll give her, a quiet home to let her settle in. She'll need to start off in a small room, like a bedroom or bathroom, because she's at this point where she's still scared until she's bonded with someone. She'll need someone to start her off slow, but once she loves you, she's comfortable.
Nice. And this year, did we, at the Lowell Humane Society, used to go with the Chumsted Dog Association. We used to have the Halloween, but I don't think we had it this year,
We did
did we?
not have it this
Oh.
year. No, I think life got kind of in the way and we were busy doing other things, but we're hoping that next year we'll have Halloween at the dog park.
Yes, that would be
Yeah.
nice, huh?
Yeah, be
'Cause,
great.
yeah, I think I volunteered with the Humane Society 1 or 2 years over there, which was nice.
Yeah.
Well,
we love
hopefully
teaming
she-
up with CDA.
Yeah,
They're great.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hopefully Frea will get adopted soon. Look at her, they got a nice close-up
She
of her
is
now.
so cute.
Our director, Pete Padula, gets it, and our great camera people, Tom and Azora and John are helping us out tonight. Thank you all very much. And so we have a lot of things going on in Chelmsford very soon with the holidays. We have the holiday prelude coming up. It's that first Sunday in December. It might be December 7th.
7th, yeah.
And starts at about 4 p.m. The tree lighting actually is at 5, but it goes on from about 4 to 6 p.m. And some of the businesses downtown, like the Fishbones, might have clam chowder or corn chowder giving out for free. There's all kinds of maybe hay rides, sometimes with horses, I think, too, from the center.
Yep. The Dog Association will be there doing
Oh, that's
free pictures with Santa.
Yes.
And we will also have a table set up with brick information and probably some hot chocolate and other info.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually hand out the hot chocolate with the town manager, Paul Cohen, every year. So hopefully we'll get good weather, because we're taping this on Tuesday, the 25th of November. Tomorrow we're expecting snow, the day before Thanksgiving. So I'm not sure if our Thanksgiving walkers are going to go on tomorrow,
Right.
which this is the 8th annual. We were trying to have it at Thanksgiving Forest.
Right.
And then Thursday, of course, is Thanksgiving. And then, so I guess December 7th, that won't be that first
Yeah,
Sunday, but
yeah.
the following Sunday, the holiday prelude. But there's a lot of fundraisers, too, for that December 6th. A lot of breakfasts and churches in Chelmsford and all kinds of organizations are having fundraisers. And then the Lowell Humane Society is having theirs as well. So,
Busy
so-
weekend.
yeah, we'll have a busy weekend.
MSPCA will be having one too.
Oh, do you have any
Dec-
details about yours?
December 6th at 4:30.
Oh,
So we're having a nice tree lighting. Santa will be coming. The horses will be. You can bring carrots for the horses.
Oh, nice.
It's very
nice.
beautiful. So I wanted
Nice.
to at least put that in there, have people come and visit us.
Okay, yes. Well, thank you so much. We had Kara here with Ernie. Thank you, Ernie. Hi, Ernie. You know what'd be nice? Is your other dog's name Bert?
Melvin.
Oh, Melvin.
Melvin.
Oh,
We got Melvin first.
oh, I see. How old is Melvin?
9.5.
9.5.
Yeah, he acts like a puppy though.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for being here,
Absolutely.
Ernie and Beth. Thank you. Thank you, Sheila,
Yep.
with Dusty. Is it Dusty? What a cute bird. Beautiful. And thank you very much, Crystal, for being here again
Thanks for
with
having
us.
me.
And hopefully Freya will get adopted very soon.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Suzanne.
Thank you.
And with Dizzy,
Yes.
Dizzy,
Hopefully
look at
Dizzy will find home soon too.
hopefully Dizzy will find home. And thank you very much, Cara.
Of course.
And with Zorro, hi Zorro, look at how calm he is.
Zorro the good cat.
And thanks again for this wonderful crew. And if you have any comments on the show or want to get in touch with anybody here, please send me an email at tcristiano@comcast.net. And please join our group on Facebook called Chumps with Reps and Residents. Ciao.